Yes, my Between the Liners, welcome back to the show. As you can see by the title, we are doing Tottenham Hotspur predictions for the 2023-2024 season, and I couldn't go anywhere else but my brother on the right, BTLPODS most controversial member, Shahaan. Welcome back to the channel.
It's good to be back, good to be back.
Also, he's making his 10th appearance on the channel after about 18 months or 14 months, wherever it's been. What took you so long, bruv? You live 2 minutes away.
Standard, isn't it?
What's all this calm persona? Tell the truth. It's because of work.
Yeah, just working too hard, man.
Why are you putting this deep voice on?
How am I putting a deep voice on?
I'm joking. Don't worry, Shahaan. I'll cut that out. Making his 10th appearance on the channel. As you know already on this channel, if you make your 10th appearance, you get a special prize from the BTLPODS host, Adnan. Here's your prize, Shahaan. It's been a lot. Huh?
I'm joking, I'm joking.
It's been a long time coming. I'll show you the back, front first, kind of. Here's for the camera. Open it up, Shahaan. Put it on right now as well. Obviously, I had to get one of Spurs legends.
Oh.
Show the crowd the kit.
Honestly.
Is it pain?
Bro, you mad. You know all that.
Obviously, it's a bit before some of you guys' times.
But real talk, growing up, one of my first like heroes, ones you remember as well, like Jinla. Unreal, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Come on, bruv. Took him a long time, but he's finally got there. Thank you for your support to the channel. Like the rest of you guys, make sure you like the video and subscribe right now as well if you haven't already. Big up all the views recently. Shahaan, stick it on right now. Quick substitution back in. He's decided to wear it later or another time, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not wearing the right crep for that. I'm joking, I'm joking.
No, fair play, fair play. All right, from one Spurs legend to another, I think there's only one place we can start. Ginola to Harry Kane, in the same ilk. Me and Tunjay have already spoken about it on camera. Make sure you go watch that video. Link is up here right now. Obviously, for you guys, maybe if you're new to this video right now, me, Shahaan, Tunjay, we went to the same school as Harry Kane. We played a lot of football with Harry Kane. Shahaan actually got his Harry Kane's final assist at school was to Shahaan in the playground. Came off his knee, if I remember correctly.
Came off the like, honestly, came off the foot. All right, come off the shin, innit? Come off the shin.
All right, listen, we've got two different versions of events because I was there as well. I saw maybe it come off.
I don't think it was his last assist, bro. That guy got too many. Like,
but for the channel's sake,
I remember.
For the channel's sake,
one thing I remember because it was probably one of the best goals I've scored at school. It was unreal. Like,
just was mad. Jumpers for goalposts as well. What a goal from Shahaan off his left knee. Harry Kane assist from the left-hand side, cut in on his right foot, whipped it in. Unbelievable. Anyway, back to Harry Kane, the topic at hand. Obviously, both of us are biased. Obviously, I'm a United fan, for those of you that don't know. You're obviously a Spurs fan. You've grown up with Harry Kane, or around him at least. You've played a bit of football with him. You supported him since he's grown up through the academy. How do you feel now that he left? Did you think he had to leave, or...?
Look, it was... Every Spurs fan knows it was always in the back of your mind. And you don't want to see him... Especially, like, you know, we talk about achievements. Like, he's a Spurs legend. Yeah. But ultimately, we didn't win anything. And he's 30 years old. And kudos to him. The guy, he could have... I'm sure he would have wanted to wait till the end of the season and then see, you know what I mean? He had more options. He can go where he wants to go. Do you know what I mean?
But don't you think that's a sign of desperation that you had to go now?
I think it was a case of, because it's Tottenham, I'll leave now. Cool, I'll get you can get a fee as well. Yeah. But I think, you know, who knows like what he's thinking on the inside. Do you know what I mean? He's probably thinking I could come back in 3-4 years and finish off if I've got any unfinished business. Do you know what I mean? Like
but you never know, though.
He wants to win the Champions League. He wants to try himself in a different league. Like, you know, fair play to him. We've got money for him. He's gone. It's an end of an era. Like,
so as a Spurs fan,
as a Spurs fan, it's good. Of course, it is.
You're fine.
How can you not be? And it's going to be even more satisfying.
But don't you need him
score against Arsenal in the Champions League
and knocking them out quarterfinals?
Well, yeah. Look, we need him, of course, yeah. But at the end of the day, we have to look forward now. Like, players in the past have come and gone. We've had Modric, we've had Gareth Bale. Okay, there might not have been the sort of same impact which he had. It might not be that, but we've had big players leave in the past.
Yeah, and bro, 30 goals a season in the league.
Yeah, but now look, Harry Kane was Tottenham's focal point. The play was made around him. The team was made around him. He was obviously a big part of the dressing room. Now there's a chance for other players to step up, play, and there's a role to fit in. Madison's come in. Do you know what I mean? After Kevin, in terms of since 2017, I think after De Bruyne, he's created the most chances in the league.
Yeah.
Like he's something which it would have been perfect to have him with Harry Kane and someone feeding him. But ultimately, we knew for a long time that Kane was going to go. He didn't sign a contract.
So what about as someone that's grown up with him since 2004?
No, I just want to see him do and achieve the most, whether that's with or without Tottenham. Like he's done enough for Tottenham. Like he's been, do you know what I mean? Like it's crazy to see a boy from fucking our ends go.
Bro, he's England captain,
Tottenham
top goal
probably
scorer.
Like in my opinion, I don't care what anyone says. For me, he's probably one of the best English strikers of all time. Like in terms of everything.
Second to Wayne Rooney, obviously.
That's your opinion, but leave that for another day.
Yeah.
Unreal player, like
top goal scorer, Tottenham.
Hard worker,
England top goal scorer.
Just you know what I mean. Just classy, like the way he plays, excellent to watch. Best player of his
unbelievable footballer.
Honestly, good luck to him. Hope he achieves all the best. I know that they just had a new. They had a new baby and stuff. Like congratulations,
fourth baby. Congrats
good luck
to you guys.
You and KE, like go and achieve, man. And thank God he didn't go to Man U. Thank God he didn't go to Arsenal. I wouldn't mind if he goes to my second team, City. Like,
all right, listen, wait. So I was going to ask you about this. Yeah, do you think Bayern's the right move?
For a Spurs fan, yeah, man, wicked move, bruv.
No, but for Harry Kane, I'm saying
wicked move.
You think?
Wicked move.
No, for Harry Kane, though. Not forget you're a Spurs fan.
Where do you think he would have? Where do you think if he's gone Bayern Munich and no one's come in for him? What is that saying?
No, I think they're all waiting until he's on a free. No. What do you mean? He was flirting with the chance. What I think may have happened is he would have been flirting with the chance to sort of get some talk going and sort of create some sort of. But ultimately, he went to Bayern because no one either come in for him or Levy didn't want to sell him to it. Levy didn't want to sell him to a rival. He said he would. Yeah, he's set off. Whether he said it or not, but I'm pretty sure the club stance was we don't sell to our rivals anymore, and they haven't. Same thing happened with Modric. Modric was flirting with the idea of going to Chelsea. Levy said to him, "Give me one more year, and I'll sell you on." And he went to Real Madrid and became a legend. Because you remember he was trying to push him to Chelsea. I remember.
The same, you know, it's just a case of we don't sell to rivals. We'll move you on. He went to Bayern. If he wins Champions League and achieves with them, you can go win the Bundesliga. It's not really an achievement, but if he goes there and breaks a record, most goals scored in a season, then of course, like he's one of the greatest goal scorers you've ever seen. He's been playing for Tottenham, bruv. We ain't won shit because of Levy. So.
Final question before we move on to the current season. Obviously, Harry Kane's in the past now. How many goals do you think he'll score this season in the league and all comps? I've already said 50 on another video, all comps.
Yeah, see, look, I was thinking about this, and I think it depends of how. It depends.
Shall I break it down for you?
If he scores, look, there's going to be games where he's going to score 3-4 goals against shit teams, 2-3 goals.
Yeah.
If he stays fit and he plays a lot,
which he will do,
yeah, he will. You would expect him. You would expect him to score at least 50 goals.
Honestly,
yeah, I think he can. He's got what, 3 in 2 games.
Yeah, 3 in his first 2 games.
3 goals in 2 in the league. When you start adding all these cup competitions in, if he's playing in them, he's going to be smacking 3-4.
I honestly think minimum 35 in the league and 50 in all comps.
100%.
15 in Champions League and DFB Pokal.
He's going to be taking the pens as well.
He's took their first pen the other day.
Probably one of the best penalty takers in the world.
Insane. Only one keeper in professional football saved his pen. And that wasn't Tunje, by the way. That was amateur football, Tunje.
But he's just, just good luck to him. Like,
all right, Sean, moving on into your current team and the current season ahead. We've had a bit of a sneak peek of the season. We're about 3 games in, obviously. But I want to get to know Shahaan's thoughts on the rest of the season before I speak about the predictions for top goal scorer and such. Let's get on to one guy who's come through and has been a bit of a breath of fresh air. A lot of people tried taking a piss out of him before he came because he's Australian or he's never managed in a big league. ANGE Postecoglou, thoughts on him or initial thoughts, Sean? How did you think when he first came in?
Let me break one thing down first. Yeah, a lot of people are going to try and give Daniel Levy credit for appointing ANGE Postecoglou. For a long time, the club went in the wrong direction. We bought in, after Pochettino went, we got Mourinho in. Then we got Conte in. Between that, we had Nuno in, Espirito Santo. We had Ryan Mason. Then look,
you guys have been through the mud.
After Conte went, we know that other managers were interviewed before they went for Postecoglou. Arnold Slot.
A lot, bro. A lot.
Loads of. So he wasn't. Don't give him credit.
Nagelsmann.
Nagelsmann. You can't give him credit.
Was Tuchel? Can't remember.
They must have like flirted with the idea, but ultimately you can't say, oh yeah, it's been a Daniel Levy-Mossrock. It's still early days, but ultimately you got a manager there. Look, we had Mourinho and Conte before. Let's just look at them. Yeah, they sort of feel they're bigger than the club. We're doing you a favour. You're paying them a lot of money. They've got a specific stubborn style of playing. Even if they know they're wrong, they're going to stick with it, and ultimately we implode. But we got a guy who wants to be here. He's someone who wants to prove himself. He knows that, you know, it's my chance in the Premier League with a club where, you know, changing our fortunes just by the way we play. I think a lot of Spurs fans are just happy with that. Like, we're just fun to watch.
Definitely.
Go out there and express yourselves. Players playing in the right positions. 4 at the back, not 5 at the back, and then 2 fullbacks extra, and then idiots like Shearshaw and who else in that bloody group. Even you, Adnan, saying Conte's some legend manager. Shit manager.
Guys, get in the comments. Let us know, is Conte a good manager?
Conte is irrelevant. I don't think he'll ever manage in the Premier League again unless the club's desperate and wants to pay
big shout.
15 million. I don't think he won't have a job. No one would, after seeing that, no one would want him near your team. But he's just, Postecoglou, man.
Newcastle?
Well, that's because he's got the riches to spend what he wants. But even
they would potentially take him.
But even the way financial,
that's the caliber of manager.
Even the way financial fair play is going, and the way the rules are going to be changing and stuff like that, like, he can't just come and spend all this.
But he'll have enough to spend, and he's got the foundation to mount.
You know what, Newcastle? I hope you get Conte. I hope you get Conte. Enjoy it, man. It's going to be the worst thing in the world to watch.
Back to Postecoglou. I'm glad you got that off your chest about Conte. Yeah, finally. You know, last time Sean came, was gassing up Conte.
No, it wasn't. That's not true. That's not true. I predicted Conte out after exactly the day he went. I predicted literally by a month he would leave after that long, and he did.
All right. Yeah, all right. Listen, back to Postecoglou. When he first came in, did you have any doubts? Because you didn't really know who he was.
Well, no, because I was at the time when we
anything but Conte.
When we lost Conte, I would have been happy to take Scott Parker. I would have been happy to take Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Serious?
Yeah, managers of that ilk. The only reason why I'm saying that is because that's what the club deserved. If Daniel Levy is going to, do you know what I mean? Just bring someone in like that. If you're not going to set standards. But I'm only taking the piss, by the way. I didn't want those people, obviously. I wouldn't. I was happy because there's someone who wants to be there. That's the only thing I care about. The guy wants to be there. He's got the players obviously around him. And one thing I love is his brand of playing football. Pardon me. Sorry.
All right, Sean. That's the new manager. There's only one place we can take it to next. Keeping it on the theme of new. We'll take it on to some of the new signings. We spoke about some of the players that have left in Harry Kane. We'll take it into new signings. I'm going to say the list of names, Sean. I want to know, are they a good signing? Give me a yes or a no and an explanation why. Obviously, it's early days. You ain't really seen much of them play. You've had about 3 games to get an indication of what some of them might be like. But I guess first one has to be Udogie, who's come back from loan.
Again, a young player. Very
What have
exciting.
you seen from him so far?
Look, he's not scared to take. He's comfortable on the ball. He's happy to take the ball in awkward positions. He's got a great sort of turn of pace. He's like, you know what I mean? He wants to get forward. He's up and down. And ultimately, you've got young players who are going to want to try hard for the manager. And I think we've got a right balance of sort of experience here as well. You've got Romero there. You know, you look on the bench. You're bringing on Højbjerg, who can't even get in the team now, which is. It's not a bad thing. Like for someone as a squad thing, yeah, of course. You got Bentancur yet to come back. Udogie, like
class footballer. Bentancur.
You got young players there. You got players who, and ultimately,
Basuma's coming to the team.
Basuma, another one who was, you know,
like a new signing.
It was Conte saying that he can't play the way I want him to play. He doesn't have it, and it's not really difficult to play the way Conte wants to play. It's just sideways and not doing much.
Højbjerg got in every week under Conte. Though.
Yeah, and Eric Dyer got in every week. How shit. Mourinho and Conte must be blind, honestly. Must be blind or someone's getting touched. I don't understand. Like, how the hell he keeps playing Eric Dyer, all these same names. Eric Dyer, Højbjerg. I'm not going to say anything about David, like bad about Davies. I've cussed Davies in the past, but he's always done the job.
He tries his hardest.
Yeah, and he's been at the club, and he never complains.
He's a workhorse.
Yeah, that's it. And I'm happy with someone like him. Yeah. But we've got rid of.
It's been there 9 years.
And just another thing, I would have had to be putting on a Man City shirt today if Eric Dyer had signed a new contract. Shearshaw was telling me it's already signed, sealed, and delivered, but I'm pretty sure
we've not heard anything about that.
One thing I love about Ange as well, he's just come in. He didn't even mention him about getting captaincy, vice captaincy. The guy isn't a leader. He's one of the worst performers in a Tottenham shirt. He should have left around 2017-18 season. Like, he's just been lingering on, and the rot starts to set. You set a bad example. You don't raise the bar high enough. And we got Van der Ven, we got Romero now looking solid. We got a new keeper.
Pedro Porro's playing a bit more.
Pedro Porro, yeah, this
Playing
is another
a bit
thing.
more.
Pedro Porro come into a system last year, which isn't his sort of style of play. You can't be sitting back.
This is more like it for him.
You can't. If you listen, if you got most of the ball and you're dominating the game with having more of the ball, you're more likely to win the game.
You know what? Let's praise Conte a little. You know why? You're not gonna like this. Who signed Porro? Conte.
Who signed Richarlison?
Who signed
Conte.
Bissouma?
Who signed Richarlison?
Who signed Bissouma?
It wasn't just his decision.
Who signed
to sign
Romero?
Bissouma. He wasn't.
Who signed Kulusevski? Who signed Bentancur?
You know, it was this was Well, listen, stop.
Agenda, innit?
Listen, listen. You can give Conte as much credit as you want. I don't care. Me no care. I don't give a shit.
You do care.
I don't give a shit. He's gone. It's over. Don't listen. You don't understand what it's like. Friday night, excited to get up and go watch Tottenham. Like, it's just like, it's the best feeling in the world. Like, now,
When has that ever happened? What?
Watching Spurs, going, like, knowing you're going to be watching Tottenham, like, it's just, before it was depression. Like, you wake up, oh man, you just know.
All right, Sean, we'll move on. That's getting emotional.
Game.
It's getting emotional. We'll move on to the next signing. What's it? Mano Solomon?
I haven't seen much of him, but
Yeah.
he come on against Man United, 2-0 win, excellent performance, took the piss out of Luke Shaw. And that's all I've seen of him.
Should have been a pen. Should have been a pen.
That's all I've seen of him. But yeah, again, I haven't seen much of him. Like, I'm not going to sit.
Vicario, thoughts on him so far?
Very. He hasn't had to do much, but especially in the first game, when he's been called to, he was excellent. Against Man United, he was excellent as well.
He was good.
And it's perfect because we're winning games. He's got 2 clean sheets under his belt. His confidence is obviously going to be growing. There are obviously going to be bumps in the way. It's your first season. It's a big. Do you know what I mean? It's a big role he has to play. Like, eyes are on him, and I think he'll
huge
be okay.
pressure.
Yeah, I think he'll be okay. He's got 2 clean sheets under his belt.
I'm not gonna lie,
undefeated this season. And it's just a start, but it's a good base for us to build upon. And I think, imagine, Tottenham we missed 1 pre-season game, so we didn't have time. Like,
why?
Got called off through rain, waterlogged pitch, somewhere in Thailand or something.
Only Spurs.
We didn't have a proper full pre-season. So, and obviously Ange hasn't got into the players to the extent which even he would want to right now.
Yeah,
he hasn't got there yet, and so far the signs are good. Maddison's come in again, another player who's. I love his character, the way he wants to be there. He's got an excellent relationship with. He was talking about how highly he rates Romero. Like, they've obviously got a bond there. The players are like. There's like a
Maddison's a class signing.
Yeah, it's like, and even for what we paid for him, it's
how much is it?
Brilliant.
45?
About 40.
Fair enough, innit? It's fair enough.
I think 44, 46 million.
Underpriced in this market, innit?
100%. He's English as well. Like,
I'd say he should be 60 minimum.
100%.
They just got relegated. That's why they needed money.
It's literally.
He wanted to leave.
If I'm looking at that Spurs team now, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I would like maybe another centre back, centre forward. I think we definitely need.
You know, Maddison supports Arsenal, by the way.
He doesn't.
I've seen the tweets. We've all seen the tweets.
He's commented on his Insta post literally last week.
Obviously, because he plays for Spurs now.
I've never been a
so
gooner.
Obviously, he's going to say
who cares
that.
if he's been an Arsenal fan? Who gives a shit?
Yeah, but he said he hates Tottenham.
He's just a smart kid. Joking.
Other signings, you've signed Kulusevski on a permanent now. Still, I guess, maybe a breakout season for him.
He scored last game.
Yeah, he's kind of broken out already, right?
But I think now that Harry Kane's gone, there's still. It's a collective effort because Richarlison isn't scoring.
Yeah,
he's had some chances. You can see, to me, he looks like he's always lumbering.
Bro, he's Brazil's number 9.
He takes 1 or 2 many touches. I think when he gets 1 or 2 goals, he'll start maybe getting momentum. Like, he missed.
He's shot on confidence right now.
He's missing so many chances because he's taking that extra touch. He's thinking about it too much.
He looks hella nervous, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't. I'm hearing Spurs fans saying, "Drop him." No. Listen,
you've got another striker.
Regardless, don't change the system. Keep the system the way it is. People are saying when Kane used to get injured, Tottenham's record with Son up front was really good. Even in that Champions League run we went on, there was even through the league.
Different system now. No Kane as well.
Different system, but I think right now I wouldn't change it. Like, because Son's role to the club is going to be bigger. I'm
going to get to Son after. Taking it on away from the signings, we're going to have to speak about. Look, we've already heard a lot from Shahaan. We already know he's in a very positive mood. So I'm going to keep him in that way before I drop it down a level. Taking it on to the next topic of subject. It's the positives. Shahaan, what's the positives about being a Tottenham fan right now?
Positives about being a Tottenham fan right now.
Bearing in mind you finished 8th last season, and you're quite optimistic right now, right? So how's that happen?
Look, optimistic for me is I'm just happy to see the team. If you're going to lose a match, if we lost some of these matches which we're playing in, I would have probably sworn and stuff. But like inside, I'd have been like, yeah, at least it was a good match to watch.
Wait, sorry, you beat United.
We drew to Brentford.
We beat
United and we beat Bournemouth.
Nice.
Two clean sheets. Like we rolled our luck at times. Cool, but that's football for you. That's just nothing's got going yet. The sort of do you know what I mean? We're just sort of kicking off now.
But there's been a change, a positive change.
100%. And we haven't got European football this season. So I'm not saying I'm not happy about it, but I would rather us not be in Europe as opposed to playing Conference League. Pardon me, even Europa League. Like just let's 1 game a week.
You think
League Cup and FA Cup? Let's try and
I
go.
swear they're quite prestigious, no? It's prestigious to be in Europe, man. It's fun to watch as well.
League,
as a fan, it's fun. Not conference, not conference, not conference, but Europa League is big enough, right?
Sundays are for the wife and kids. Not for Tottenham.
All right, other positives as a Spurs fan, you rate the new manager, you like the new sounds, you like the
press conferences are much better. You haven't got Conte talking shit. You haven't got Mourinho talking shit. You haven't got Nuno just not knowing what's happening. The way we're playing,
younger players
coming through. Eric Dyer on the not even on the bench. Lots of positives, man. It's just it's just fun to watch. I haven't got any expectations. My expectations would be I want to go on.
No. We're gonna say that later. We're gonna come to expectations later. Don't worry. Taking it down a notch. Let's get a bit realistic. Let's remind Shahaan why he's on the BTLPODS show with me. We only talk facts around here. Tottenham Hotspur finished 8th last season. The rest of their rivals around them are expecting more of the same. We did BTLPODS predictions over the Premier League season. They finished 8th in our league. Again, check out the link here, by the way, if you want to go see that. Shahaan, what's the negatives of Tottenham Hotspur right now as a fan?
Negatives? But
there's ownership?
Look, talking of the ownership isn't going to change. I've been critical of Daniel Levy. We were just spoken
so
about.
So you're kind of over it now.
It's not a case of being over it. It's a case of
it's in the background.
It's a case of
you can't do nothing about it.
Look, Daniel Levy got. I'm not saying he got Kane to go Bayern Munich, but he's done good there. So I'm going to give him credit. Credit's due. Everyone knows he's a shrewd businessman. Everyone knows these things. I'm not.
You don't want to praise him for getting Postecoglou, though.
But I'm not going to praise him for getting Postecoglou because you stumbled upon Postecoglou because he was the best manager at that time who you could get. Yeah. You obviously interviewed other people. Even with the Conte saga, he was. Remember, he was interviewed. He didn't want Conte first. Conte said no to him. He went to a few other places. Then eventually went back to Conte and paid him what he wanted. An 18-month contract or whatever it was. I'm not going to give Daniel Levy any credit, man.
Any other negatives of the club? Well, not really. They seem pretty optimistic, to be fair. For someone that finished 8th last season,
striker.
No trophies, nothing.
Sign a striker.
Yeah.
Sign a striker.
You've just got 100 million.
Yes, you have to sign a striker. I think with the money they got which they paid with Maddison and all these signings, that was the Kane money. Knowing Daniel Levy, people think,
you think?
Yeah, 100%.
So what? Surely you're going to splash out on a big name striker.
I don't think we're going to sign anyone this season anymore.
Wow.
I think it will be sort of just maybe a young player here and there. I don't expect, we saw Tim Sherwood was talking about, Soldado. Yeah. And how Daniel Levy was saying, why are you playing Kane? Play Soldado. I've spent £26 million in him. Telling me that, Levy's not saying to Postecoglou play Richarlison. He's the star man. But I agree, we should be playing Richarlison.
Is he though? Is he the star man? He should be starting.
He wants him to be star man, and he's what he wants.
To be fair, you got to blame someone. I know you've been quite lenient on Richarlison. I feel he has to take some of the blame as well because he's had faltering performances week in week out.
Look, his
confidence.
He came in when we had Harry Kane there. Yeah. Was sort of playing left, right, sometimes through the middle, coming off, coming on. He had that moment in Liverpool, and then we went and gone fucking concede straight afterwards. he's had chances to score this season, but I just think he's overthinking things. Yeah, I think just stick with him. We're still undefeated so far this season. Our system's looking good. I wouldn't tinker with it too much, and that's it. It's not. I'm not. I do want to see another centre forward, but my expectations of Daniel Levy in Tottenham are very little right now, and I'm just happy to watch Tottenham playing good. I don't really care. I was happy to take Which manager was I saying last season I would happy to take? There was there was one manager.
Lampard?
Yeah, I would have taken Lampard. Like, that's what Tottenham deserve at the time. Like, you deserve someone like that. If you're gonna play like fucking a Nissan shitbox, then fucking go and sign the Nissan shitbox of managers. At least, you know what I mean.
All right, Shahan, speaking of expectations, let's take it on to the juicy part of the podcast. This is what you guys all came for. Make sure you get in the comments and cuss out Spurs as well. Just for bans. And also like the video and subscribe as well.
Listen, you will be getting abused in the comments and I will be getting a ban, so don't.
All right, listen, we'll take it on to the next topic. This is where it gets interesting. We're going to speak about Shahan's predictions and his expectations. Forget the league for a sec, Shahan. You ain't won a trophy since 2008. Do you expect a domestic trophy this season? Forget the league for a sec.
Do I expect one?
A FA Cup or a League Cup? Or at least a run?
I expect us to get to either a League Cup or FA Cup final. That's my expectations.
Big expectations.
I want to see us, whether we lift it is one thing, but I expect us to get to. And the reason why I say that is because you've got no European football.
I like the ambition.
You're obviously playing. Look, I know it's a Scottish
one game
league.
a week.
It's a Scottish league, but he's someone who likes winning trophies. Like, regardless of where he's won them, whether it's Australia, Japan.
Well, tell the crowd his history, because you told me off camera, but don't know if everyone knows.
He managed Australia for a bit, qualified them for a World Cup. I think they got knocked out of No, he left. He qualified them, then he left. He was in Celtic. Then before that, he was in Japan. Before that, he was in Australia, and he won the respective league titles for those. Wherever they were, he won them. He won domestic trophies. He won sort of the cup competitions there. Okay, it's a different ball game.
Did you say he's won a certain amount of leagues in a row, or a certain amount of games? Sorry,
he's won. I think 50 home games in a row. He's undefeated in 50 home games. Cool,
which is mad. It's
at least
you beat Man United as well.
At least he has a standard, and at least he would be saying to his players, "Listen, that's the standard I expect."
He's drilling that into them, therefore.
I want to see. We ain't got no European football. I expect us to get to a final of a cup competition. All right, you need a luck of a draw. Cup competitions, a luck of the draw as well. You need a bit of good luck.
Have you got the squad big enough to challenge or compete in the league and the cup? Maybe not.
I think we can compete, man. I think we can.
Well, in like 2-3 competitions.
We've been in European football for the last 10, 12 years. Now we haven't. There's no excuse. I'm sorry. There's no excuse. You haven't got. You're playing once a week plus the cup competitions. No excuse. I don't give a shit.
Fair enough. You heard it here from Shahan right here live. He expects a final in FA Cup or a League Cup at least this season from ANGE Postecoglou and the boys. Take it away from the cups for a sec. We'll take it to the even juicier bits. It's the league, the Premier League, the league we all care about. Not none of this Harry Kane, Bundesliga nonsense, Bayern Munich having about 10 meters of space around the player.
It's true, it's true.
Yeah, which was crazy actually. From a 3-minute highlight video, I saw Harry Kane in space
Musiala
6 times.
and fucking Coleman, bruv, they could give him the ball. They don't understand.
They're bare selfish,
he doesn't need them.
Yeah.
He doesn't need them. Give him the ball anywhere there. If he finds that half yard of space, and he'll finish
they
it.
don't know him.
They're
yet,
just shit players anyway, man.
I think it's an ego problem, you know, because it's English. I feel like they're gonna look down on him.
Harry Kane.
His name's Harry Kane.
Even now, you have all these Chelsea and Arsenal fans coming out the woodwork saying, "Oh yeah, you know,
they love Harry Kane
fuck
now."
Off, yeah, Harry Kane.
They love Harry Kane.
Harry Kane
now.
is fucking unreal. The guy is unfucking.
Always has been as well. Always has been.
He is a classy fucking football player. I don't give a shit what Arsenal fans say. He's the highest top scorer in fucking North London derbies. He's gonna pull you. I fucking pray. I pray that he
knocks
draws
out Arsenal.
Bayern Munich draw Arsenal. Imagine him hat trick at Emirates. Yeah, you know it's gonna happen, and you bet that I'm gonna be there. A monkey on a Harry Kane hattie. Are you mad? That's honestly, it's unbelievable, bro.
Moving away from Shahan, back to the league. You went 8th. Was it 8th? It was 8th last year, right? Or was it 9th?
What's the one position below Conference League?
I think it might be 9th.
9th, yeah.
You're 9th?
8th or 9th.
Wow. All right, guys, please confirm in the comments. So they're 8th or 9th. Anyway, you were 9th in the league last year. Only 3 points above Chelsea. Where do you expect this new Ange's boys, Tottenham, to finish in the league this season? I know you want top 4, but where do you expect?
My expectations would be a top 6 finish to see any, like, if there's progress. But it's not... I'd rather us win a trophy. I would even rather us have a day in a final
over
Wembley,
Europe,
over any Europe apart from Champions League.
Serious?
Yeah,
not even Europa League.
Actually, yeah, no. Even even if we don't get Champions League football and we win like a League Cup, I would rather have that. 100%, man.
Because
100%.
you'd rather a trophy than finishing.
Than anything, yeah.
So even if you finishing
in top 4, like.
Well, what if you finish 9th and you won FA Cup or League Cup? No, what if you finish 9th and you won League Cup?
People don't respect the FA Cup like they used to. The
No,
FA Cup
League
was
Cup.
the
League
thing
Cup.
to win.
What if you finished 9th and you won the League Cup?
Yeah, I'll be happy with that.
That's crazy.
I'll be happy with that.
All right. Well, guys, get in the comments. Would that be acceptable
Kane's
for you?
gone. It's not a case of me thinking, oh, yeah, I want to win because Kane's gone. I don't care.
True.
Players want to play there. There's a young team. If they finish 9th, then, yeah, I can cuss Daniel Levy. I get a good day, you know what I mean? I get a good day of abuse out of it. I can come on here and chat shit.
Release some steam.
Yeah, and we win a trophy as well.
All right, moving it on to something a bit more player specific. Who do you think is going to be a top? You know what? Before I move on to that, actually, there's one player we got to talk about.
Son.
Heung-Min Son, new captain this season. Didn't really have the greatest of seasons last season.
Won the Golden Boot before that. But yeah.
Won the Golden Boot before that, to be fair, joint with Salah, I believe. Something like that. Hasn't really started off as sharp this season.
No, but look.
What's your thoughts on him?
Look, first of all, if a player is getting chances, especially with the quality of Son, he will score. He's playing on the left. He's like I said, his
confidence is low.
His role is different now. Richarlison's playing up there. He couldn't fucking stick shit to a wall. Like Son's. If you're looking at the way Spurs are playing, the fullbacks are going forward. Son's sort of coming in and around the box. He's linking up with Udogie. He's trying to get him to overlap. He's trying to get him to take the ball to the byline. That's the way Tottenham are playing now. So if we're winning matches, I don't care if he hasn't scored. Like I don't care.
But say like a bet against Man United, don't you feel it was quite ineffective though? Like your team did well, but did he really do well?
Well, from what I saw, like he didn't have an awful performance. There was way more worse performance in the whole both teams than him.
But in the Spurs team, not really.
Well, we beat you 2-0, so I don't really know what you want me to say.
But he's probably one of the worst. If you look not even worse. If you look at the build-up of the second goal, it was him and Maddison's link-up play who spread it out wide. It was them who turned the ball, played it quick 1-2 together. Same in the last match. It was Son who put Udogie, done a 1-2 with Udogie, put that brilliant through ball through. Like it's like when Christian Eriksen was at Tottenham, people were saying, "Oh yeah, his numbers aren't as good." Yeah, but if you look at his numbers closely, he was Tottenham's hardest worker, and same as when Modric was here. Modric wasn't getting our assists, but he was every pass before the assist was a Modric pass. I think he's going to sort of take a different role on it. Yeah, I was just saying. You're saying there's more to goals and assists to Son.
Harry Kane's gone now, and he's the captain, so he knows. Like he would have been told, "Look, you have to make the team click." So he ultimately is thinking,
fair enough.
That's how I think it. People are saying, oh, he's not going to score this many goals. I don't give a shit. He scored more goals than I don't give a fuck. He scored more goals than most of the people.
So even if he doesn't score as many as he has done the last few seasons, as long as you see him controlling the game a bit more, you're happy, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Fair enough.
And I think he'll get chances. Eventually he'll play up front, innit? I think eventually if Richarlison doesn't perform, Son will have his day up front.
Who'll be on the left?
Then he'll be... Could be Solomon. It could be a lot.
Brian
of players,
Hill, is he there?
He's still here. No, is he gone?
Don't know.
Don't even know.
All right. So back to the player topics, more predictions. Player assists. Who do you think is going to be the top assister at Tottenham Hotspur this season? All comps.
I think Maddison.
It's got to be Maddison.
He's got 2 assists.
It's got to be Maddison. Innit? There's no other option.
Sarr has got 1 assist.
He's not going to reach.
No, but I'm just saying. Like who else has got assists? Maddison is most likely.
Perisic is usually up there, but
Perisic
not playing as much.
Perisic,
Udogie could be up there.
Even when Perisic come on, and you know when we scored against,
your last game,
he come on with Manu. He's the one who put the ball into Davies, and then
Davies
and then in the last match, he's the one who put the ball to the byline. Udogie chased it, done the 1-2 with Son. Like Perisic, bro, I follow this guy on Instagram. All this guy was doing through the summer, every single day was training. Every single fucking day he was on holiday. Every single day, bro. The guy's ripped. Like the guy is like all he was doing. I think he went to something. Didn't he go to a camp?
School of Conte, that is.
Fuck Conte.
All right, but so player assists, we're going to say Maddison, which is pretty easy to guess.
Yeah, I think Maddison.
Unbelievable footballer. I just want to put it out there.
Dark horse Udogie. I think dark horse. Imagine Harry Kane was in this team and you had Udogie playing in the system. He'd fucking get mad assists before him.
Trust. So moving on to the next thing is top goal scorer for Tottenham this season. That's a tough one, you know. Because I actually can't think. Is it going to be Son? Or is it
The
going to be
only reason why I'll say
Richarlison?
Son, the only reason why I'll say Son is because if we look at all competitions, I think it probably will be Son. Kulusevski's got one now. His first goal in ages.
It's weird. You don't really have a goal scorer, you know.
We don't.
Well, Son is obviously on his day. Like,
Yeah,
the last season
people are writing.
You
Son
can't
off,
write
like,
him off.
You
Yeah,
can't,
you can't
you,
write
like,
him
how can you write?
You can't
him
write him off.
He's
yeah.
more consistent.
He's a top footballer.
He's been more consistent than Rashford has in the same amount of time.
Let's
like,
not go that far.
I'm just saying.
No, he hasn't.
Of course he has.
Rashford's got 20 goals in four seasons out of the last 5.
You retarded.
Rashford's got 20
Has he got a
goals.
golden boot before?
No.
So I don't give a shit then. I don't really care.
He scored 30 goals last season.
Let's compare assists and goals. He's done way more than Rashford has.
Yeah, let's compare assists and goals last season. He's got way more than
they played at the start when they started playing.
Rashford's 20. He's about 10 years younger than Son as well. Of course he is.
He's like 5 years older.
All right. Anyway, sorry. Back to Spurs. Top goal scorer. You think Son?
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. Something a bit more negative and a bit more predictionary. Is that even a word?
No.
That's a sick word, though, isn't it?
No.
Predictionary. That's a sick word. Anyway, something a bit more predictionary. Who do you think might be the most... This is a bit harsh. Who do you think might be the most disappointing player at Spurs this season?
Most disappointing player this season.
Could be Son, you know.
No, because
if he doesn't perform,
he wouldn't. Look, if we're going to be playing this way and winning matches, and Son's part of the team, he's part of the team. Like, and I think it's a new ethos that, you know, for some reason, let's look at Arsenal for example. Arsenal have been performing, but their goals have come from everywhere. Their centre forwards don't necessarily score their goals. Do you know what I mean? They get their goals from all over the pitch.
True.
And I think Tottenham, now they don't have a focal point and they don't have that player who everything goes through. Everyone wants the chance to score. Everyone knows that it's a team game. And everyone knows that we're not relying on Harry Kane anymore. We got to pull the goals together as a team.
Most disappointing player, sorry? If you were to pick one name?
Who I think will be the most disappointing player. Oliver Skip.
You think?
Yeah, I think Oliver Skip.
I feel like...
Player, someone like
he
that.
does what he can, no?
Yeah, but he's like...
Let me throw one out for you. Bit of a risky one. Romero.
No.
Head goes too quickly.
No.
Every game
he's won a World Cup.
He's a top footballer.
One of the biggest honours.
He's a top footballer, don't get me wrong. But every game, his head goes at least 1 point in a big way.
But this is the thing Maddison was talking about. He was like, I love that about him, but then we know to go and say, calm down.
I rate him.
And he listens to us. We say, calm down, he listens to us. That's the way Romero plays. Like, if Romero is going to... Listen, Eric Dyer is so shit. I've never, ever seen that passion from him. I've never, ever in my life, maybe one time, like, under Pochettino, like,
he's
I don't know.
He's stiff.
Romero shows that passion, gets the fans on his side, gets the players pumping, riles up the fucking, do you know what I mean, the crowd, gets the other opposition going. Listen, football is an entertainment business. Football is entertainment. And if that guy is going to go and he's going to go 2 foot someone or pull that
he's sick to watch. He's sick to watch.
Pardon me, sorry.
He's sick to watch.
If he's going to be pulling people like Cucurella's hair, Man United about to sign, this guy was saying that he's shit, but watch him gas him up. If this guy's going to do things like that, that's brilliant for football, man. I love all that.
Yeah, he's sick.
The more violence,
I love watching him. I love watching him.
Listen, violence is not that bad in football.
Another potential for most disappointing this season, it's got to be Richarlison, surely. Because if he doesn't turn it around, if he doesn't turn it around and he's had another season like last season, and
but it depends where your expectations were, because we knew who we know.
No, because he's better than this. He's better than he's showing right now. He's much better than he's showing right now.
Yeah, he is a disappointment, not going to lie. He's a Conte signing, innit? What do you expect?
Unless he turns it around, he might be most disappointing about. We'll take it into something.
You know what? You're right, man. I didn't even think of it like that. Richarlison. But the reason why I'm not sitting there thinking, oh, he's disappointing, is because, like, he was second fiddle to Kane. He's filling in the biggest fucking boots you can fill in, probably, now that Messi and these men are retired, probably in the world, trying to fill in the boots of Harry Kane. 30 goals.
Thereabouts.
Thereabouts, yeah, right? For a striker, yeah, of course. So
it's impossible to replace.
He for me, it's a new. Think of it like a new signing, fresh start. Let's see what he's got. With 3 games in, let's see what he does. He's missed a few chances. He's a bit rusty. He doesn't take one too many chances. But I think I got faith in Postecoglou in at least improving him 10-15%. And if we can pull 10. Maybe 15 league goals out of him this season, I'll be happy with that.
That's a lot, man. 10, 15. It's a lot of league goals. Premier League's hard.
I'll be happy with 10 league goals from him.
Yeah, 10 is fair. Yeah. If he gets
between
10
and 15.
If he gets 10, that's a top improvement from last season.
That's it. So if he gets 10 and 15 league goals, like whether I'd expect him to, I don't know. But if
he's that good. He's capable. He's more than capable.
He's going to play like a Weghorst role where he.
I can't believe we mentioned Weghorst twice on this podcast.
I'm trying to one up Haroon. But if he's going to play that role where he's going to like bring other players into play, then fine. But he's got a lot of improvement.
He's got to provide something to the team, and if it's not goals, isn't it?
Well, he's lucky because he's got the opportunity now. So he's and
definitely.
I think one thing I like about Postecoglou is it looks like he's going to stick with him and support him. And
but there's a player in there, innit?
Yeah, you got to put your arm around him, innit?
Yeah.
I'm sure. Come on, if you're telling me he doesn't want to be scoring goals?
Of course he does. He's Brazil's number 9.
Yeah, so there was definitely
over Jesus, who's also overrated. I'm sure you don't mind me saying. Moving on to the final thing of the video, it's the final player prediction. Who do you think? I wonder what the answer is. Who do you think is going to be Tottenham Hotspur's player of the season at the end of the season? It's got to be Maddie, innit?
Player of the season will probably be Maddison. Young player of the season will be either Adogi or Sarr.
Or player of the season, Bissouma?
Oh, this is another thing. We haven't even given Bissouma credit. Bissouma is unreal.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I think Maddison will get it. I think Maddison will get it. He'll get most goals and assists. He'll definitely score a lot of goals. Like
he'll have a lot of goal output.
Yeah, he'll definitely
a lot of goals and assists. Get him in your FPL teams. Don't put him in the bench like Shahaan did.
It's an accident.
So yeah, Maddison, Shahaan, yeah. Big shout. Guys, this is Between the Lines podcast. Thank you for tuning in. If you've tuned in for this long, I don't even know if you have or not. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Shahaan, any final thoughts on Spurs and the rest of the season? Any final thoughts you want to give to the crowd? Lord knows when you're going to see them again.
Let me just do a quick summary because I just want to crop this for
TikTok.
For BTL.
For TikTok?
WhatsApp group. BTL WhatsApp group.
Not TikTok.
I'm happy with the way Spurs are playing right now. I just want to see us play this way, regardless of whether we win or lose. Everything, do you know what I mean? Everything is said on the pitch. Like we just want to see 100% for the boys, and that's it, man. That's it. Don't really.
But in 3-4 games time, and you start going mad on WhatsApp.
100%.
Can I bring this up?
Of course you can.
All right.
No, but I've admitted that I'm gonna swear and shit. It's normal.
Alright, cool. Guys, get in the comments if you want to see more of Shahaan on the channel. Thank you to Shahaan for making his 10th appearance on the channel after a long time. Thank you guys for the recent views and support. Make sure you like the video, please. It will help a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm your host, Adnan. See you on the next one. Safe.
Peace in the Middle East.
Between the lines.